Hello everybody, this is Threezero, and for this special new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the SDCC convention exclusive. This is Threezero's Lost Light Rodimus Prime, which to be honest, looks fantastic. I've been lucky enough to see one of these out of the box, have a little bit of a play with, and I suppose because a lot of people have seen that particular video in question, I've had a few requests to get this out of the packaging and indeed do the full review. This review is dedicated to Sam from Samsformers, who's another great Transformers content creator, so please do check him out as well. The packaging, as you can see, is stunning, and I think they've timed this perfect because obviously we're going to get the AMT version from Takara Tomy very soon as well, and I suppose this is a cheaper version if you just want the robot mode. The packaging, as you can see, is beautiful, and we're going to do our best to get into this without causing too many issues to the packaging itself. Apologies for the reflection. I just need to cut inside to here like this. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Threezero figures, these are a very, I'm going to use the word premium to be honest, because that's what they are, like very high quality action figures. So this figure will not transform. And again, so that's obviously why it's going to be much cheaper than the Takara version, but that's the beauty of being a Transformers collector in today's market. As silly as it sounds, and I know it sounds like a complete contradiction in terms, a lot of Transformer figures now do not transform, and if you just want a figure to look great on a shelf, or in this case particularly to be able to do some amazing photos, then this is probably going to be the one for you, as a lot of figures are. You know, as I say, at the moment we've got YOLO Park, we've got Threezero, we've got Aldi, which have just come in. Blockies obviously do a really good high-end range, as well as the smaller ones. This really is the time to collect figures, you know, that don't transform but still represent the characters that we've loved, you know, all do love and have grown up with over this period of time. So hopefully you should get this all done in one take. I like to do it that way. I think it just makes the video flow that little bit better. There, once again, is a look at the packaging. Comes in this huge plastic clamshell. And for those of you who aren't too new to the channel, I've reviewed, I think, the other two versions which are very similar to this. I do need to get across, after speaking to the Threezero team, that this is a slightly different and much more updated version of the Rodimus. On this channel, I've been lucky enough to review Rodimus and Rodimus Unicronus. And this, I think this colour scheme works even better, to be honest. And once again, I have to confess that I've not read all of the Lost Light from the IDW series. Whoops, that's bounced up a few of the hands. Let me just take this guy out and let me just quickly show you the instructions. So yes guys, this is a high-end action figure, multiple points of articulation. I believe it's 36 points of articulation. There are interchangeable parts. As I say, it doesn't fully transform, but there are interchangeable parts, combining weapons, changing hands, etc, etc. So there's still a lot that can be done with this particular figure. If you're familiar with, I suppose, Masterpiece, and in this case, funnily enough, this isn't a third-party figure. It is wrapped up like a third-party figure with all of the extra protection. So what I'm going to do is just get a few of these parts out of there and come straight back to you. So let's bring him as he is just to the camera. Again, there's these extra bits of package protection, which it's really refreshing, because this figure does have a lot of die cast in it. There is a lot of weight to this figure. It's surprising, and as I say, when you hold it in hand, then you truly appreciate, I suppose, the quality that it is, because it's, you know, it's not as expensive as Hot Toys, but it's in sort of, I won't say a similar bracket. Some of their figures are definitely some of their, you know, high-end DLX figures. This is the mdlx bracket and branding. I think that's everything taken off him. We've got this little bit. Where's this come from? Little bits do come off, which, as I say, you can maneuver, you can manipulate, etc. Is it one of the hip skirts? We'll find out in a second. But before we go any further, we need to, of course, attach this part at the back. In fact, before we do that, let me show you this. Look at the ab crunch on this. It's like robotic vertebrae. It looks beautiful. It is reflecting lovely. And of course, here is would be the spoiler, but it looks equally as good. It should just slot in. And a reminder, guys, this is an adult collectible. That is super sharp. These are super sharp edges, so there's no you know, these aren't really suitable for kids. Again, you can probably tell that by the price point anyway, and what they're aimed at. But just to reiterate, if you are going to thinking of buying one of these, they are very, very sharp. So let's just quickly adjust this so you can see the head sculpt. Ignore the background. I am in the hotel room at San Diego Comic-Con. The head sculpt is beautiful. Look at that. The detail on that is sensational. It will spin all the way around unrestricted. It will look up and down, and you can see the neck itself has its own articulation. So not only does the head have articulation, the neck also has articulation. The shoulders can pretty much give you the full T. They are slightly restricted due to the huge shoulder pads, and obviously if I hadn't have put this on, they would spin again all the way around unrestricted. You can get it to go round, but you will have to adjust the arms to do so. But again, the points of articulation, the posability you've got from this is insane. You've got, of course, the butterfly hinge there because it's a ball and socket inside that, which also means that you can see the whole extra articulation joint comes up and down as well. You've got swivel at the bicep as well as flexion. The joints, the major joints on this, the where you've got like the knee bends and stuff, a lot of this is die cast. In the biceps it isn't, but not on the outside. It could be inside, I'm not too sure. We've already seen the stunning waist articulation. You've got the side crunches, the oblique crunches, as well as the waist rotation. This truly is, again, very, very impressive. Let's just drop this back down a little bit. Let's move this out of the way, try and get some of the stuff out of the way, stop it taking the focus off the actual figure. I am going to show you some of the accessories and how to attach it. So we come down to this part. We've got these skirts, which of course do move, which enables you to get the legs right out if you wanted to get that splits position. You've got thigh rotation, knee bend, ankle tilt, rock, etc. And I love all of this detail here at the back. Of course, if you did transform, you've got the exhaust pipes. All the detail that the robot of Rodimus and Rodimus has is still on here, you know, but they've managed to, of course, disguise the wheels, etc. It's brilliant. The fist you can pop off. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the accessories. They've kept the different coloured hand, and that was one that you could attach to the Optimus figures as well. There are, let me just quickly go through this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another full 5 sets of hands and fists for you to interchange. I'm trying to get the weapons out, but as you can hear, I'm not doing too well. In fact, there we go. Here they are, they popped out. And yes, these are just redecos of the original Rodimus figure. So we've got the large blaster like this, the one that comes in one particular piece. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's another one where you can join this together like so. Have I got it the right way around? No, it slots into there like this, and you've now got a bigger, larger blaster. Can I get it to line up? Am I doing the right one? Sometimes I get really paranoid with things like this, just in case. I don't want to damage it, and I'm not sure. No, it should. I might have to check the instructions out on that, to be fair, because it should slot in, or it could just be the fact that it's a brand new toy and sometimes they are nice and stiff. But what we need to do is I need to show you how we're going to change the hands. So pop these off there. You've got full wrist articulation and rotation, because you can see you've got the ball and socket on the end of it. All right, we don't want a thumbs up. We want a hand that means that we can hold or grasp something in it. So let's hope. Sometimes with it being the first time, these are quite difficult to attach. And what I mean by that is it sounds really obvious as soon as I say it, because it's brand new and it hasn't really had any sort of obviously play time. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to attach the fist to it. So let me just see. Oh no, there we go. That's gone in. No problem, as it seems. So let me just pop the blaster into the hand. There we go. And again, this is where I have to apologize, because I am pretty useless at posing figures, but as you can see, looks great. Right, let me just quickly have a look at this gun. So okay, I've got to totally own this. It isn't the product, it isn't because it's brand new, it was me. I was trying to attach it upside down. So if I turn it the correct way around, you will see how much easier this slots together, like so. And there is now your other large blaster. But what else you can do is you can take this one out, and then you can take the other long gun, and you can make an even bigger one. I love the fact that you can do this, which is just, again, it's another bonus feature that you can do. And then you can wield this large blaster as well. Do I have to change the fist? I might have to change the fist to fit in there. And again, that's another nice play feature. So you can take one of the more open hands. Let me just make sure I get the correct one. Yep, there we go. So what I like to do sometimes with this, because again, it can be a little awkward, and a little tip for you is if you attach the blaster into the hand first and foremost, you can see that all the fingers, they do move around. There is quite a bit of play. It is obviously rubber, but it's not rubber that is so fixed and fused that it won't move. And that is the large blaster there. So let's pop the hand off again, like so. And then we're going to attach this. That's just gone straight in. So what you could do, I suppose, is make it look like, let's see if I can do this. If I got the other hand in there, that's a brilliant pose. Look at that. There you go. I think that's pretty much all bases covered for this. It's a highly articulated figure, very detailed, lovely paint apps, great color scheme. Again, the win-win for this is all around the abs and the fact that it's just got so much movement. Anyway, as I say, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Let me know what you think of him in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.